Hello everyone, I am here to be nosy again, and today I want to be nosy about Liam Payne's death. I want to know that was Liam Payne, who was the member of One Direction band, was his death accidental, suicidal, or was it a murder? What do we see, cards? Okay, let us take one more card. Let's take one more card here. Oops. Okay. All right. Okay. So I would say, looking at all of these cards, that Liam Payne's death, One Direction band member Liam Payne's death, from these cards, was accidental, or you can say accidental. It kind of became accidental, but in a way it was, for me, even a form of suicide, but not at all. I would say from these cards that it was not at all, for me, a murder. Especially, I would want to begin with this card. This card shows that it wasn't for the first time that such a thing happened to Liam. This card shows that there were times that Liam actually had near death experiences. The kind of experiences that should instill fear in you, like fear of losing your life, fear of actually getting crippled, or fear of losing maybe a part of your mind, or losing completely your sanity. But this card says that it wasn't the first time, but it kind of did became the last time, because this card is the biggest card currently out of all of these cards, and this card shows that God was actually very kind to him, because his death could have come earlier with this card, very much earlier with this card. Like, if you can say that his death happened, when it happened, this card shows that it could have been many years ago as well. But with this card, his death was actually delayed before when that death happened, actually, because this card shows that God was very kind to him, and God even gave him multiple chances with this card to actually kind of sort his business out, to actually learn his lessons, to actually learn from the things that he was destroying. And this card completely shows that he did have some mental health challenges, you can say, because this card shows that his mind, his life, no matter how outwardly he showed his life, his mind, with this card, was, these card combinations was quite noisy. And this card shows that his mind, his life, you can say, wasn't as sunny as it seemed from outside. It was really dark internally, but not externally. Maybe externally, people who would have met him, spoken to him, they would have still seen a very happy side, wherein a lot of people would have not even realized what is going on with him. But this card clearly shows that he was actually going through a hard time, and going through a dark, depressed sort of a time, wherein it, even though he was given ample amount of chances with this card, and to an extent that his death was even delayed many times, and this card shows that he could have had many near death experiences before actually his death happened. But this card shows, that it happened also because he had internally, this card shows that he had given up on his life already, even though he was really living. But this card shows that he wasn't really living. It was like, a walking dead among us, that wasn't really alive from within, but was alive in a human form. And this card shows that his death was, you can say, in a way accidental, the way that it happened, but you can, with this card, can also say that it was suicidal because he had the chance to make his life better, to an extent that if he would have learned his lessons and if he would have tried to pull himself out from his own dark place, then he would have absolutely delayed his death and would have given him his own self more chances, even through, being from God's, the divine's help. But this card, the card combinations show that he actually wasn't. It's like he was continuously in the phases wherein, despite giving multiple second, third, fourth, fifth chances, he still chose to go back the way how bad things were in his life, to an extent that yes, he ended up in a way killing himself. And these card combinations do show us that no, it wasn't a murder, there wasn't any foul play at all, rather you can say that it was him who had given up on his life and was in a place that it happened the way it happened. Probably he did not wanted this to be this way, but this card shows that he was long dead, being a human, before his death day really came in. And let us see that because he was in this dark place, as we can see, do we see that he has in any way, shape, form found peace, happiness now that he's gone from this world? Is he happy now that he's relieved himself from this world, or what? Oh, that's so cute of him. So basically, this card shows that he's happy. This card shows that he's happy for himself, but this card does show that he's not completely happy, because this card shows that he still has attachments. Especially this card shows that he has attachments with his loved ones, the loved ones that he's left behind, especially his family, his other loved ones, friends, family, and other people. And because of this card shows that he's happy to be in that world on his own. But this card shows that he's not completely at peace, because he does feel the pain of his family, friends, and the loved ones that he has on this earth. And because of still seeing them in pain, he isn't really able to be truly happy. And let's see, what do we see? He has a message for, whether it's for his family, his loved ones, or anybody. All right, this is also cute. So this message that, let's say, Liam Payne is giving us is that he wants us to know that there were a lot of people who tried to make him happy. A lot of people, you can see with this offering, whether it was God, people who are humans, people who are his loved ones. He wants the world to know, his family to know, that they did everything possible to actually bring him out from his own darkness. But this card shows, and he himself there, that he had many things already. He had many things, and his loved ones constantly were trying to help him, to give him anything and anything that they felt that maybe could help him get out of his dark place. But he wants them to know that they did everything, but it was him who was rejecting everything. And because of that, he wants them to know that they did everything, and he takes complete blame of his passing, but does want them to relieve the burdens of them in any way feeling that they did not do enough, or the world in any way feeling that, okay, maybe we should have done this, we should have done that. He's saying with this card that many people already did so much, but I was the one rejecting it. So even if I would have stayed, anybody, like even if today after my passing anybody thinks that they could have done anything to save me, no, you would have not, because I would have still rejected it. I wish him a lot of peace and love, and thanks for watching.